Hello children. In today's class we will discuss some activities from your textbook. Let us start with activity 2.13. You will get this activity in your book at page number 28. The aim of this activity is to write down the formulas of some of the salts given there in that activity. You need to identify the acids and bases which have combined to form the salts, and also to classify these salts into different families. Let us start. I have already written the names of the salts and their formulas. You can also write down these formulas very easily. Now we need to decide the acids and bases which have combined together to form the salt. When you want to write down the name of the acid and the bases, then you need to follow some technique. Suppose you want to write down the name of the acid, then in this case you consider the negative part of the salt. Suppose in this salt potassium sulfate, the negative part is the sulfate radical and the positive part is K plus ion. When you want to write down the name of the acid, you write down the negative radical first. The charge on this negative radical is 2 minus. In order to neutralize the charge on this sulfate radical, you need 2 hydrogen ions. For that, the formula of this acid will be H2SO4. Similarly, in this salt also you can find that the acid is H2SO4 because the negatively charged radical here is sulfate radical having 2 minus charge overhead. Here also the acid is H2SO4. Here the acid will be again H2SO4. In the next salt again the acid is H2SO4. In the next salt, if you want to write down the formula of the acid, you consider the negative ion or the radical present in the salt, that is Cl minus. Obviously the acid in this case will be Cl minus and this is neutralized by 1 hydrogen, so it is HCl. In this case, when you want to write down the formula of the acid, you consider the nitrate part. Nitrate is having charge 1 minus, so in order to neutralize the charge of nitrate, you need 1 hydrogen. So the acid here is nitric acid. In the next salt, the negative radical is carbonate radical having 2 minus charges. So in this case, the acid will be H2CO3, that is carbonic acid. In the next salt, as you can understand from sodium chloride, here in this case the acid will be HCl. Now when you want to write down the formula of the base or the name of the base, then in this case you should consider the positive radical present in the salt, and then with that you add OH. For example, in this case the positive radical is K plus and the base is KOH, that is potassium hydroxide. Here the positive radical is Na plus, so the base is sodium hydroxide. Here the positive radical is calcium 2 plus, so the base will be obviously calcium hydroxide. Here the positive radical is magnesium ion, so it should be magnesium hydroxide. In this case the positive ion is copper 2 plus, so the base is copper hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide in the next salt. Base will be again sodium hydroxide in the next salt. In the next salt again the base will be sodium hydroxide. And in the last salt, the base will be NH4 plus, and along with that you add OH, it will be NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide. Now what is the family? All salts which have the common positively charged ion or negatively charged ions are said to belong to the same family. For example, you can see these salts. The first 4 salts you can consider. These salts have sulfate, 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 and also the 5th salt has sulfate commonly present as the negatively charged radical in it. So that is called sulfate. So you can consider all these salts belonging to the sulfate family. So you are getting one family, that is sulfate 2 minus. You are getting another family here, that is chloride Cl minus. You are getting another family here, that is NO3 minus nitrate. You are getting another family, that is carbonate family, CO3 2 minus family. you are getting another family here, that is having positively charged ion common in it. So you can get potassium family, sodium family, calcium family, magnesium family, copper family, and finally ammonium family. So the salts belong to the sulfate family, chloride family, nitrate family, carbonate family, potassium family, sodium family, calcium family, magnesium family, copper family, and ammonium family. So you can classify the salts into various families like this. Next, neutralization and nature of the salt. You know that the reaction between an acid and a base produces salt and water. This type of reaction is called neutralization reaction. Here you can see salts are formed by the neutralization reaction under different conditions. Some salts may be neutral, some salts may be acidic, some salts may be basic. How will you understand that? Neutralization reaction may occur between a strong acid and a strong base. In that case, they neutralize each other almost completely, due to which the salt form becomes neutral. It has pH equal to 7. For example, you can consider hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. It is reacting with sodium hydroxide, another strong base. The salt formed is sodium chloride as a neutral salt. Its solution will have a pH value equal to 7. If the neutralization occurs between a strong acid and a weak base, the strong acid will decide that the salt formed will have acidic character. In this case, since the acid is sulfuric acid is a strong acid, copper hydroxide is a weak base, and therefore the salt formed in this case will be an acidic salt. It must have pH value less than 7. If the neutralization reaction occurs between a weak acid and a strong base, then the salt formed will be a basic salt. It will have a pH value which is greater than 7. So we have another activity which is related to the solubility of the salts in water, and then to find their pH value and also to determine their chemical nature. This is activity 2.14 given in your book at page number 29. The aim of this activity is to check solubility of given salts and determine their pH values. I have already written the salts, their formulas, the names are given: sodium chloride, potassium nitrate, aluminum chloride, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, sodium acetate, sodium carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate. All these salts which are given in this activity, these are all soluble in water. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is moderately soluble in water, but you can write this as soluble in water. Now what you need to do in this activity, you need to make solutions of all these salts and then determine their pH values using pH paper. If you use pH paper, you will get to see the pH values of these salts are like this. Sodium chloride, which is formed due to the neutralization reaction between a strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid, and a strong base. So in this case it must be a neutral salt. Its pH will find it is 7. Similarly, potassium nitrate is the salt which is formed by the neutralization reaction between nitric acid and potassium hydroxide. Both these are strong counterparts. Obviously the salt will be neutral, it will have a pH equal to 7. Aluminium chloride is formed by the reaction between a strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid, and aluminium hydroxide, which is a weak base. And obviously the acid will impart its acidic nature to the salt, because of which aluminium chloride will be acidic. We have already seen that it is acidic and it has a pH value equal to 5. Similarly, if you consider zinc sulfate, it is formed by the neutralization between sulfuric acid, a strong acid, and zinc hydroxide, which is a weak base. Therefore, the salt formed by this neutralization reaction is supposed to be acidic, and we have seen that zinc sulfate is acidic and it has a pH value equal to 6. Similarly, if you consider copper sulfate, it is formed by the neutralization reaction between sulfuric acid, which is a strong acid, and copper hydroxide which is a weak base, and therefore the salt will be acidic and it has a pH value equal to 4. If you consider the next salt, it is formed by the neutralization reaction between acetic acid or ethanoic acid, which is a weak acid, and sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. So strong base will impart basic character to the salt, because of which this salt is having pH equal to 9. Actually, the salt cannot have pH equal to 9. The solution of the salt will have pH equal to 9. Similarly, if you consider the next salt, which is formed by due to the neutralization reaction between sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base, and carbonic acid, which is a weak acid, obviously the salt should be basic, and you have seen the solution of the salt shows pH value equal to 8.4. It is basic. If you consider the next salt, this is formed due to the neutralization reaction between a strong base, sodium hydroxide, and carbonic acid, which is a weak acid, and therefore the salt formed is basic and it has a pH value equal to 8. Thank you.